Bonjour tout le monde. I'm going to walk you through this assignment called Les Bonnes Résolutions 2021. Les Bonnes Résolutions, obviously you probably could figure out that this has to do with resolutions, like New Year's resolutions. Bonne, ça veut dire good. So in French, when we talk about New Year's resolutions, we call them les bonnes résolutions. So we're going to read through this form, and I'm going to explain some of the stuff that's in it. So obviously you'll put in your information. Okay. So this first chart is using the expression je veux. Je veux. Ça veut dire I want en anglais. Je veux. Alors, je veux manger plus, more, plus de fruits et de légumes. Fruits, légumes, vegetables. Alors, je veux manger plus de fruits et de légumes. Je veux trouver, to find, un travail. We know the verb travailler, to work. Un travail, ça veut dire a job. Je veux trouver un travail. Je veux faire plus, more, plus de sport. More sports or more exercise in general. Je veux étudier, study, étudier, plus, more, sérieusement. Je veux étudier plus sérieusement. Je veux passer plus de temps avec ma famille. Passer plus de temps, ça veut dire to spend, plus de temps, more time, plus de temps avec ma famille ou avec mes amis. Mes amis, my friends. Je veux voyager. Hopefully we'll get to do more of that in 2021. Je veux avoir, to have, une attitude positive. Une attitude positive. So that's pretty obvious. To have a positive attitude, une attitude positive. Je veux faire des activités créatives. La musique ou l'art, dessiner, peindre, sculpter, etc. Et je veux dormir plus. Sleep more. Okay? So look at all of these statements that start with je veux. And then what are 3 things that you want to do in 2021? Je veux. You're literally just going to copy 3 of these sentences that pertain to you. Then down here we see les bonnes résolutions des Français. So these are some resolutions, some New Year's resolutions that are very popular among French people. So when surveyed, of the people who were surveyed, these are the percentages of people who wanted to do the following activities. So let's look at these. 38% perdre du poids. Perdre du poids, ça veut dire to lose weight. 35% se mettre au sport. That's very similar to the expression faire du sport. Faire du sport, se mettre au sport, basically the same thing, just means playing sports, doing sports, or exercising more regularly. Positive, comme, similar to avoir une attitude positive. Avoir une alimentation plus saine. Une alimentation, ça veut dire manger. It's like a diet. So when we say avoir une alimentation, that's talking about having a diet plus saine, that is more healthy. So that would correspond to je veux manger plus de fruits et légumes. Et réduire son stress. Réduire son stress. Réduire, can we guess what that means? Especially if we look at it with the word stress. Réduire, reduce, reduce. Son stress, ça veut dire one's stress. If we want to say reduce my stress, we just change that S to an M. Réduire mon stress. Réduire mon stress. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at our bonne résolution, your own, the ones that you jotted down here, or typed in here, comparing and contrasting them with what we see in the pie chart here, les bonnes résolutions des Français. So down here we have a Venn diagram, and what you're going to do is open up le cahier, your notebook, and you're going to go to, at the very beginning, of course, we have our passwords, then we have our quick writes, and then at the end of our cahier, we have our stories going from the back to the front. So what you're going to do is go to that section right after your quick writes where you have basically whatever other notes, and you're going to put this in here. Or you're going to put this Venn diagram in that section. So on the left-hand side, you'll write anything that you put up here that doesn't really correspond to anything down here. So maybe you put je veux étudier plus sérieusement. Étudier, to study. There isn't really anything in here that is similar to that. So we're going to go ahead and put je veux étudier plus sérieusement down here. But let's say that you also said se mettre au sport. Se mettre au sport. And that's something that we talked about up here, right? Je veux faire plus de sport. Se mettre au sport. So you can put, since if that was one of your resolutions, and it's also mentioned down here, in the middle you can put je veux faire plus de sport. And then I want you to find something that les Français have in this pie chart that is not one of the resolutions that you copied down. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't correspond to something up here, but let's say that you did not mention je veux avoir une attitude positive. That wasn't one of the ones that you put here. So you could put positive down here for les Français. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. If not, you can always email me with any of your questions. What you're going to do after that, since you've handwritten this, is go ahead and take a picture of it, and you should be able to upload it by clicking right here, and then you should be able to submit your form. Okay, au revoir tout le monde.